Alright, in this video I'm going to give you some ideas of how you can use Google Drawings within your whole group and your small group literacy stations and literacy instruction. And to start a Google Drawing, all I did was, back in my drive, I went to Create and I went to Drawing. And that brings up this canvas. Alright, so lots of things you can do here with wordplay and using words and doing it visually. I've got the word breakable here, and the way that I put that in there was I added a text box. So for example, I've got the word breakable here. If I want to, I can break the word breakable down. If I'm doing suffixes, for example, I can add lines. I can have kids do certain letter phrases. I can also do some highlighting. So if I want to come over and go into the actual text box, select the text box, kids can select the part they want to highlight, and just like any other Office program or anything like that, come over to text color, click on highlight, and you can change the highlighter. You can also do scribbles on here. So if I want kids to just, circle things, they can do that with a scribble. And you can also add shapes on top. So I'm just going to put I'll just go ahead and choose a rectangle. Let's say I was asking kids to put a rectangle over the BR sound to the br. So kids can come in here, put their rectangle over. It covers it up, and that's another thing, that's another strategy you can use. You can do covering up letters, and you can have different beginnings and see how the word changes. But if I want to, I can make this transparent. So I click on this box, and I click on this little fill, and I make it transparent. Now I've got a box around that section. Other things you can do, lots of things that you can insert, again, by text. You can also insert as word art, which puts it a little bit bigger. So for example, if I want to do the word lovable, I can bring that in as well. Just another way to customize it. Also, another great tool in here is to add images. So if you're doing definitions, if you're doing really kind of having kids think about the definition of the word and comprehending what it means, a good way to do that is to link it with a visual image. So here's breakable. So if I click on that image button, I can upload images from my computer, from my Google Drive, or I can do a Google search, and this will search for images that are free to use for us in schools. And so something that's breakable. So I have the kids say, okay, think of something that's breakable. Do a search for it. I might even do broken glass. And that will bring up some images that they can bring in to represent that word. Click on the image, hit select, and then you can move it, change it, put it wherever you want. Could even add a little shape here if I want, a little arrow. Alright, so that's another good way to kind of make the drawing come to life. Another thing I want to make sure I share with you is another reason why this is a great tool to use with your literacy instruction is this can also be shared and collaborated with. So if I've got a small group setting and I want them to work on the same drawing, all I got to do is click on share, and just like any other Google Doc, students can share this out to each other and can edit it, and that way they can all do the same document at the same time. They can all be working within the same document as a small group. Another great thing that they can do is they can share it back to you. So they can share it to you as a teacher, and then you can have this in your own Google Drive as a form of formative assessment. So if you want to use a formative assessment, you can have them share it directly to you. Another way you could do that is by saving this whole drawing as a picture. If I go to File and I go to Download As, it allows you or the student to select this as a PDF or as a JPEG image. And that would be really useful if you need to take this, if you're doing some quick formative assessments, you want to see if kids get it, you want some documentation. All you gotta do is download it as a PDF, and there you have it. You can print it out or just keep it in your drive and use it that way. Alright, so those are just some ideas of how you can do some wordplay and literacy instruction, both whole group and small group within Google Drawing.